But Beehive is worth 5,400 value. Venus Flytrap is like 3,000 DPS better than Hellroot. It's because people are looking for value, not for DPS or range. You can place 4 Venus, but you can only place 3 Hellroots. So overall, Venus has better DPS. Look at the rarity of the Flytrap, 0.01% chance. People is interested about trade values, not about the DPS or the statistics of the plants. You can check VVX, Vaulted Values X. There's a list about the trade values of all plants of the game. The Prism Leaf is a starter unit, not that good, and you can use an electric beetroot and you'll be fine. But his trade value, it's about 37k, and the beetroot is 2k. About the Hellroot and Venus Flytrap, the Flytrap has more trade value than Hellroot. Hellroot has a trade value of 2750. Venus Flytrap has a trade value of 3700. I must be missing out, right? Because of this Vaulted Values website. That just seems so insightful. I think I would get such useful information from a Vaulted Values website that so many people seem to be recommending on repeat, like a broken record. Because all of the time, everyone's talking about the value of a plant. And when they're talking about the value of a plant, there's nothing about that in game. So my only assumption is this website. Well, wouldn't you like to know how useful this website is? So this is the website that's been getting referenced. What are these ratings? I don't understand why the Blossom Barrage is so high. How is it? Okay, you know what? When it first dropped... Wait, no, what? That was this month. I don't understand. Best DPS. How does this list even work? These have the same damage per second, but this one slows them down. This literally has more. Hold up. What? What? DPS. Damage per second. This is a DPS tier list. I'm so confused. Also, for those of you who were in my comments talking about how, oh, okay, maybe they're going off of this website. Also, these loser winner, like what? It's not losing and winning. It's trading. It's not a competition. It's a trade. Completely different. But we're gonna gloss over that. So we're gonna put in my trade, right? What else was it? Oh my god, I know there was something else. How are these valued, dude? I don't understand how these are even valued. Well, let me see if is there like an explanation? Value list. Oh, value applications. Is that gonna tell me anything? It's a link to their... I'm not joining your Discord, dude. Earth Dragon, that's what it was. Oh my god, it was Earth Dragon. So, looking at this trade on this website that is considered a refutable source by so many people in the comments was just like, oh, just go to this website. Even on this mess of a website, I'm still getting scammed, even from these ridiculous standards. If this website is a refutable source for a stock market, then why is the same website talking about how the Venus Flytrap is a higher damage per second than the Hellroot? That doesn't even make any sense. That's not even right. I've explained multiple times how greedy, like, so many people are in the trading hall, and people go to this website and they're just like, oh no, man, just go to this website, it just proves me more correct. DPS tier list, the best. It claims itself to be the best DPS tier list for guard and tower defense. We're gonna call ourselves the best and then put this below this. No, literally no. Like, it says I can click on them, but I can't click on them at all, but whatever. How is the Rafflesia F tier? That doesn't even... What? That doesn't compute in my brain. How does that even make sense? Because, like, yeah, okay, a lot of these are, like, every other plant. The Rafflesia? But the Deathlasia is where? Is it S tier? Okay, whatever. We have every other plant in here except the Deathlasia, right? Am I missing it? Did I go past it? Okay, how is the Bloodline C in the... What are these rankings? I really do not understand where they're getting these rankings from. Yeah, no, Bs are in D. They put the Beehive in D tier. I don't understand this ranking at all. Like, there's no rhythm to it at all. There's no rhyme or reason to any of these rankings. I'm not looking at it and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because this is above this, even though this literally has more damage per second. It has the debuff it applies, and it has further range. It is better than this, and Astral Blossom is better than Blossom Barrage in literally every single sense of the word tier list, or the name tier list. Oh, so, grapes are in B tier. I'm gonna open the game just real quick, just to show you guys how good grapes are. They're an exclusive. They're rare. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're rare, but 1725 compared to the Blossom Barrage, which is 1334. they're in the same tier, right? Astral Blossom has 4,400. Astral Blossom is better than both of these, yet it is below them. How does that even make remotely any sense? Range Leaf is an A tier. Are we talking about the same thing? We are, right? Like the Range Leaf, the new support unit that literally does no damage. This has no damage. This literally does no extra damage. We're gonna put Range Leaf, something that doesn't even affect the DPS, above Black Clover, and at that we're gonna put the Black Clover in F tier. Also the Lucky Clover and the Speed Sprinkler, but the Range Leaf goes in A tier. Like, there's no way this is a refutable source. It doesn't even make any sense. Maybe they're trolling, I don't know. But it seems to take itself seriously. Like, they have way more than just the one website or the one game that I play. These don't even make any sense. How is 2x candy corn stable? Bro, they're gonna stop using it like this month. If I'm not wrong. I don't understand how Blossom Barrage is even on this tier list. Bro, it has been blown out of the water by every single exclusive they release. Bro, this is splash damage. And I think it's further range, doesn't it? It's better. This is just better. What? So why isn't that higher on the list? Is it because there's less of them? Is it a rarity thing? It has to be a rarity thing. Like a stock market. Electric Beetroot. If it's off of just rarity, right? How is the Electric Beetroot and the Eggplantinum on the same level? The Nomadic Saw. What does the Nomadic Saw do? Well, let's look at what the Nomadic Saw does. Where is the Nomadic Saw? But there it is. 3,500. We're looking at 3,500 DPS. This has more. This has more. This has more. This is more. This is more. This is like quadruple. How is the Bronze Bud Strike above the Beehive? How does that work? Someone explain to me how that works? Oh my god, it's so frustrating. Because these are like the same types of people who are trying to scam you. Oh no, it's not a scam. Just add more. Even though there's literally no reason, according to any metric, to add. Oh my god, I've been talking about this for 20 minutes. Do I need to go outside? Alright, gang. We're gonna go into their hideout. And we're gonna try and figure out something. Make it make sense. Because there's no way it just doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna come back when I'm already in the Discord. Only open a ticket when you're ready to apply in Value List Apply portal. Do not spam tickets. Be respectful and patient while waiting for responses. Provide accurate information in your application. Dishonesty will result in rejection. Follow all instructions provided in the application process. Value List Apply portal. Okay, I'm in. Member 3,784. So let's do /apply. App Garden Tower Defense, me. Staff review panel. I don't have permission. Okay, well, what am I missing? Am I dumb? Manipulate values. Inventory. What? What makes you different from... What am I signing up for? Is this a job? Like, what is happening? Let me go back to the website. It just opens disk. What? Can it explain what is happening? I don't know what's happening. Am I a boomer? Like... A value list position. Is that like a job? Like I get to manage, I get quote unquote to manage this stuff? Also, this isn't divine rarity. I'm pretty sure this is like mythical or something. Let me see. So I found what I was looking for, right? In their own update logs, they literally tell you the rarity of what these things are called. No common or uncommon, which is common, uncommon. No, only rare, which is this. Epic, which is this. Legendary, which is this. And godly, which is this. So why does this website refer to them as divine? We couldn't do our homework on that? Like, that literally took me not 15, it probably took me about a minute or two to go find the right word for this. For like what the rarity is actually called instead of just calling it divine. And this also uses the same word. This uses the word legendary. Oh wait, no! This also isn't right. So we're just gonna make up rarities. We're just gonna call them whatever we want to. This isn't legendary. This just is not even legendary. Why are we calling it that? That's not what it is. Walnut's red. Walnut is certainly red. Let me see if I can find it. There it is, right there. It's red, yet this says it's yellow. Like, this isn't even a word thing. They're just not even calling it the right stuff. This is also red. This is yellow. Oh, wait, no. Is this yellow? Let me check. Yeah, this is yellow. Walnut's red. Lemon tree. Where's the lemon tree at? Well, the lemon tree's yellow here. There's a lemon tree. Lemon tree's yellow here. So they're calling this and this the same rarity. And it's not like they're going off of their own rarity system based on how common it is, because they still call this exclusive and it has 2 value. So why are they just making up random names for stuff? I guess we don't have time for rational solutions or something. I'm not really sure what that's about. Another website in my comment section, look at the official instead, right? I honestly can't even tell what the official is because none of them are really that obvious. I mean, this one's more functional and makes more sense. I haven't seen anything crazy like the last one, like the value list. Okay, these kind of make sense why they're rare. I'm looking at them, and a lot of them make sense, and I like this idea because if you're on this website, it's less likely you're gonna get scammed. Why is that the case? If you're on this website, you also have access to information to know if you're getting scammed or not. It's not like in the game where everything is the same rarity. This is more particular, how it needs to be. Maybe this is just me, I don't know, but I feel like if you don't know what you want out of a trade, then just don't trade. I mean, I'm not your dad, I can't tell you how and how not to play the game. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to offer a trade and then be like, just give me whatever you want, and then say no to like most stuff. Like, you know what you want, just put it in there. Or ads, offering this and ads, so just add it in. Or you want this and then something else, okay, so add it in. Oh, so this is just the same issue I was talking about in another video, but on this website instead. I don't know, maybe I'm just a hater. Let's do a trade calculator, actually. In 2 different websites. Also, I forgot to add a Ranji to the last one, so it was more not in my favor. On 2 different websites, I have come to the conclusion that I've been scamming myself. I've been trying to scam myself, and so many people want more. They want me to add more. They want me to keep adding stuff. No, like, yeah, they're rare. That's it. They're rare. They're not crazy. Earth Dragon is better than this in the first place. Why did they want so much more? That was precisely the problem. Also, I'm gonna deep dive into some of these comments real quick. Beehive is worth 5,400 value. Like, yeah, it's high value. I'm offering something that's equal value. Let's go into another one. Venus Flytrap is 3,000 DPS better than Hellroot. I don't know where you got that information from, because it's just not true. Here, I'll open the game right now to show you. That's just not correct. Here's the Venus Flytrap. The Venus Flytrap is 3,000 damage per second at max level. Here's the Hellroot. The Hellroot has 3,840 damage per second at max level on top of its fire damage over time. I literally spelled that out in the video. That was like the one part I was certain that people weren't going to get confused on. People's interested about trade values. It's not about the trade values, because I'm literally, with that argument, I'm scamming myself. It is not about the DPS or the statistics. So what is it about? Because the trade values tell me I'm scamming myself. The DPS says that I'm also scamming myself. The stats, which is the same thing as the DPS, essentially, is the same thing. VVX, this is the website he used, and just made no sense at all. 4 Venus, but 3 Hellroots. Okay, let's do the math for that, right? 4 Venus Flytraps is 12,000 damage per second. 3 Hellroots is 3,840 times 3. Okay, I already know the difference, but we're just gonna do it right now. Are we really gonna ask for another exclusive over 480 damage per second difference? Also, you're saving yourself a slot. If you don't use that other slot for anything, if you don't, you only get 20 slots to place stuff down. You're saving yourself a slot in exchange for 480 damage per second, when you can go over this difference with a Black Clover, with a Lucky Clover, a Speed Sprinkler, even a Range Leaf probably can make up for the difference of 480 damage per second. The rarity of the Flytrap. This was something that this is something that confuses a lot of people. This kind of falls into the argument where people are just like, oh, check the value, I checked the value, right? So with that argument, that would mean that the Bloodvine is worth the same thing as the Flytrap. That would mean that these two, or all 3 of these actually, are in the same playing field, which they're not. They're just not. These 2 are not on the same. These 2 are just way different. This is miles ahead of the Bloodvine. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. I liked this comment originally because I was like, oh, okay, he's on to something. I'm going to test that now to see if he is on to something. Not trying to be a buzzkill here. You can place 3 beehives. Each of them have 3 bees, do 2,000 damage. That is 18,000 damage per second. So what he's getting at is that 1 beehive spawns 3 bees that do 2,000 damage per second. So one Beehive by itself, even though it doesn't say it on the item card, does 6,000 damage per second. With 3 of them, you get 18,000 damage per second. So what he's essentially saying is that a Beehive does 6,000 damage per second by itself. If I just place it down and max it out, it will by itself do 6,000 damage per second. We're going to test that out right now. I honestly don't know. I don't know if that's how the game works. I kind of doubt it, because I feel like that would be a crazy oversight to not mark the damage on it. When that boss spawns in, I'm going to be able to tell how much damage it's getting. Almost here. So we're going to see. This is actually a really good example. Okay, I don't know how much time that is, but I'm going to calculate it. So in our case, the boss had 50,000 health to get through. According to our commenter, the Beehive has a damage per second of 6,000 due to the unmarked bees. With this theory, the boss should go down in 8.3 repeating seconds with 1 Beehive on the board. This is the most one-to-one interaction I can get with the Beehive and a boss fight. So let's see how long it takes to kill. I usually would use a stopwatch, but I have something much easier. Going frame by frame in my editing software, I can see that from the first frame the rat was hit, which was here, and the frame in which the rat died was here, I can see that the total time the rat was alive was 4.47 seconds. Which, if we reverse compute that with our last equation, we get 11,185.682 damage per second. Or more simply, 11,200 damage per second. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think the Beehive needs a nerf, unless I did my math wrong, which, I mean, it checks out, I did everything correct, I don't think I missed anything. The Beehive should not do 11,200 damage per second, and if that is the route they're gonna go with it, it should be displayed on the item card, because that is a ridiculous amount of damage per second for a single unit, which I can place 3 of, by the way. So my total DPS for 1 unit slot is 30,000 damage per second. That is insanity. Again, unless I did my math wrong, that is the highest damage per second in the game for a single unit slot in your hotbar. Either way, I'm all out of time for today, and I hope that anyone who didn't understand what I meant before now does. If you've watched this far, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe. I hope everyone watching has a wonderful rest of their day, as well as the people who aren't watching.